Hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman and welcome back for more Let's Play Mega Man 3. Last time, we took down Sparkman, Needleman, and Shadowman. And upon doing that again, well, upon beating these two, we gained access to 4 more retreads of stages we were already in. So, yeah, let's, I guess, continue on, and let's go to Gemini Man. Because why the heck not? Gemini Man, I think, is actually probably the easiest of these 3 Gamma stages. In fact, I'd go as far to say I think this is easier than the original version of this stage. So these things shoot red fire. I'm gonna have to, like, watch this over in editing. I seem to remember these things shooting, in the original game, shooting red fire in the original version of this stage, and blue fire in the Gamma version. I'm also... actually, nah, I won't bother with the, I was gonna say I'm gonna use the, rush jet here, but I don't think I will. I don't remember this section being as long as it was in the original version of this stage. I'm surprised I wasn't hit by anything there. You have a few more, like, bottomless pits, but honestly, I don't think this version of this stage is that bad, honestly, and the second half of it is almost like non-existent. It's kind of weird to describe it that way, but the second half of the stage I think is honestly harder than the original. So this is already blown wide open, and that was just health there. We have some more of these guys here. Same deal as last time, where if you want to get a lot of extra lives, you know what to do with these things. I'm not going to be bothering with that again because I don't really need to bother with that. Mega Man 3 is kind of on the easier side in a way. It honestly feels almost cathartic playing this compared to Mega Man 1 and 2. Like, this game is something I can, like, I've said before, this is one of those games I can put on if I want to have a good time and not throw wild amounts of frustration at the game, because I don't think Mega Man 2's held up very well, and Mega Man 1's alright, but it definitely feels dated. Speaking of Mega Man 2, we got a Robot Master who is also weak to the needle weapon. Remember this guy? I said he was a complete joke last time? Well, he's actually not so much of a joke in this version of the game. He can definitely be a little bit intimidating. I say that and I took, like, no damage from that whole fight, but I remember when I first played this game, that fight gave me some trouble because, yeah, that fight can be a little bit on the annoying side. But we're over the halfway mark here, and okay, Rush, if you want to land here. I think most people probably know this, but Rush the dog is named after I think presumably named after the band Rush, which is kind of just, in a weird way, making me feel mildly unfortunate that, I love Rush as a band, by the way. Remember the underwater section in the original? That's the entire thing of that there. They really do not pull any punches with the ease here of that one. But yeah, Rush is one of my personal favorite bands, and unfortunately, Rush drummer and lyricist Neil Peart passed away due to cancer earlier this year. Oh, shoot! Damn it! Oh. Yeah, that's unfortunate there. But yeah, so... unfortunately, that's just the way of life, I guess, but yeah, Rush is definitely one of my all-time favorite bands, though. It's... something about it is just a magic that's as far as I'm concerned, never going to be recaptured. I'm not just saying that as a Canadian. I know, like, it almost doesn't even feel like they were a Canadian band just because of, like, how much influence they had on, really, music as a whole. You wouldn't really see... there probably wouldn't be that, like, bleh. A lot of bands we know today probably would never exist without Rush, and that's, like... you know, I'm not, like... I often say whenever, like, things like that happen that, you know, I'm not upset that, like, things like that, like, if someone passes away, I'm not upset that, like, I am upset that they passed away, but I'm very, like, grateful for everything that an artist has given as well. Anyways, 2 weaknesses you can kind of use here, the Spark Shooter or the Shadow Blade here. I kind of like the Shadow Blade personally, because I feel like that does more damage than the Spark Shooter somehow, and I don't know why. You'd think electricity would work better against the water-themed guy, but it just doesn't for some reason, so... I don't know. This game's really weird. What can I say? This game can be really weird sometimes. Anyways, speaking of electricity, let's go on to Sparkman. Sparkman's stage has kind of seen a bit of an overhaul. I mean, Gamma definitely renovated this place quite a fair bit. I remember one of the things that kind of really got me into this game actually was an old speedrun I watched of this game years ago. It was kind of more like a, I guess, yeah, a multi-part speedrun would suit it best, but it was, something someone did, and, okay, that jump feels a lot more fluent on the original. I'm just gonna use the rush jet here, because I have no reasons why not, I guess. I don't mind just platforming there in the original game, but yeah, here with the new, oh Jesus, okay, here with the new, like, physics and whatnot, it can definitely throw someone off a little bit. It's enough to feel familiar yet fresh, in a sense, but yep, and we're at a boss already. I believe you want to take out the magnet missile for this one, which, you know, this is great considering this thing barely freaking hits half the time. We have Metal Man, who is not weak to the Shadow Blade, surprisingly. Oh, man. Yeah, this is, ugh. Alright, that's kind of the pattern you want to get used to there. In the original, it's a lot safer to be kind of more ranged. But, yep, and we have this weird obstacle from Wily 3 in the original. Alright. But yeah, it's... I remember I used to watch a speedrun of this game, like, years and years ago. I don't even remember who did it, honestly. I should probably, like, look it up here, but it had, like, no commentary or anything like that, but I just found it, like, oddly, like, relaxing to watch, and, like, it, like, I used to just play this game a lot. Like, this and Mega Man 4 were, like, the 2 big ones for me. I think because this was at a time when, like, the Wii Virtual Console only had up to 4. Actually, I don't even think 4 was on the Virtual Console at the time that I would have been, like, super into these games. Because I feel like 4 didn't come to the Virtual Console until maybe, like, 2010-ish, I want to say. Anyways, I believe I want the Gemini laser for this. This fight sucks. I'm just gonna be blunt about this. This fight sucks. It's Quick Man. He's an obnoxious shithead in this game because he moves around really fast, and his weakness is the Gemini laser, and we all know how I feel about bosses whose weakness that is. Oh, damn it. Yeah, this fight's gonna suck. His other weakness is the Snake Search, which I don't think is, or Search Snake, I mean, and I don't feel that's as useful. And that says something that this is somehow more useful than that. Damn, this guy's obnoxious to fight. Damn it! Wow. Okay, this is gonna be one. If I mess this up here, I'm using an energy tank, because 4 energy tanks, and I have, like, no healing items here. I could get through the remainder of this game without you really needing energy tanks, so I'm not concerned about that. This is one fight where I really don't mind using energy tanks, because I'm gonna need to switch to snakes now. And I didn't need to use energy. That felt easier than using the laser. I find that very surprising, because I thought laser was his weakness, but maybe it's snakes. I've had it with these stupid snakes. But, yeah, I just remember there was this, I'm just gonna jump straight into Needle Man here. I don't see any reason to wait on the title screen. I just remember that, like, that was a thing back in the day. I used to really love watching this one speedrun. By the way, I love the updated aesthetic to Needle Man. City at nighttime. Needle Man's stage is also probably the, like, hardest of them. In my original Let's Play of this game, I accidentally jumped in that pit there as well, which I recorded that in 2 sessions. I did, like, the 8 Robot Masters, and then, this was, like, the first video I did of the second session. And yeah, I jumped straight in the first pit of both sessions I did. I don't know why, but that's what happened. Ah, shoot, whatever. Come on. There's an energy tank up there, or an extra life, I mean, might be useful to go after, actually, but I think I'm gonna pass on that. This is the last stage of these I need to bother with. Energy tank over there, on the other hand, that's something I do want. You want to be very conservative of your rush jet ammo, because it is actually a requirement for this stage, and oh my god, that guy gave me a lot of health when I needed it the most. Okay, I think I want to use the spark shooter for this fight, from what I remember. Because we're fighting Airman today. This fight's kind of obnoxious here, too, from what I remember. Because the tornadoes can definitely get in your way a little bit. Remember that you can hit him 3 times and... Oh, damn it! The gust of wind shot me backwards. Back to the beginning of the level. I'll meet you guys back over there. You know what? This sounds probably stupid to some people, but I'm gonna use an energy tank. I don't really... It might not sound like a wise idea, but honestly... I don't have very many lives, and this game gives you so many energy tanks, it's not even subtly funny. Like, you do not need half the E-tanks that this game gives you. See, this guy just, like, has, like, the frame-perfect shots among, like, his tornadoes, and that's something I just find awkward. Okay... don't get health for that. Ugh. Well, let's just go on with this here then anyway. I'm gonna leave that there for now, because I'm wondering if maybe I should just use an E-tank here. If they give me one, I'll take it. Ooh. No, they're just giving weapon energy here. I thought there was an E-tank in this area. But, okay. This is the part of the game where you're gonna want to remember that this, like, rush jet trick exists here, because otherwise you gotta use rush jet to kind of get over this way, and it sucks. And, again, enemies I don't like fighting without... Okay, I got a little bit of health. There's a mini-boss here that can kill me almost immediately. This sounds stupid to some people, but trust me when I say that I don't really care about using these E-tanks. Because I don't trust myself to beat the rest of the stage. This stage is lengthy. That one rush jet segment is obnoxious if you don't have weapon ammo. It can drain all your rush jet ammo, and that's only like maybe 60% of the way through. The rest of the stage still has 2 of those Meteor mini-bosses, and then, like, this thing can sometimes be a little bit obnoxious, too. And only now are we just kind of through this, and, like, some of these enemy positions can be a little bit awkward. I do think Needle Man is probably, honestly, the hardest stage in the game. I will say that. I think this is probably the hardest stage in the game. But we have the boss here, which is Crash Man. Alright. Let's equip our hard knuckle here. This fight can be a little bit obnoxious because Crash Man's pattern is kind of annoying. He kind of jumps whenever you use a weapon, which can make things a little bit... Okay. This is hella awkward to hit with. Wow. Well, shit. I have to buster this whole thing. You know, this is not the way I anticipated this going. How good does Shadow Blade work on this guy? Not well, but... it's something, I guess. Are there any other weapons that work moderately well against this guy? That's not moderately well, but it works, I guess. God damn it, I want to freaking... You know what? Again, I'm gonna prove that it sounds stupid to waste all of these things. And that Needle Blade killed him in like that, but I would have died anyway, and I didn't want to risk that. That's gonna do it for this video. Join me back next time where we start off the Dr. Wily stages. Yeah, Mega Man 3 does do a little bit to extend the game beyond Mega Man 1 and 2, but honestly, that's not really a bad thing when the rest of the game is honestly not so bad. So I'll see you guys next time for Break Man. See you guys then. Peace out.